Okay, this is a tutorial to show you how to use the reference section in Word to track all of your sources and really quickly and easily build a bibliography in any type of resource, any type of style that you're required to use. We start by opening up a new document. Here we're in Word. On the File menu, we're just going to open up a new document, and that will give us a sheet like this. Here you see the basics of Microsoft Word. Across the top, we have all of the categories. Here's the place where your text. I am such a good typist. Here is the section where your text for your writing will be. And right up here at the top, if you go across these menus, past Home, Insert, Design, Layout to References, when you click on that, it opens up a new bar menu for you here. So as we're looking at this menu, we have a spot where you can work on a table of contents, a spot where you're doing footnotes, but what we're doing right here is we're going to manage sources. It's here in the middle of this, and we are going to look at the top where it says Manage Sources. Here is your Style menu. In a drop-down menu, if you click on that, it will show you all of the different styles. That Word right here is a 2016 version. All the different styles that Word uses. It really doesn't matter what you choose right now because it will manage all of your sources just the same. So I'm keeping it at MLA. When I click on Manage Sources, this is my Source Manager window. In order to add a new source, you click on New, and we start with, it opens up a new window that gives you options for a source. Now, this drop-down menu could be a book, a journal article, article in a periodical, conference proceeding, report, and as you scroll down, you will see that they're all different kinds. A website, a document from a website, an electronic source, a performance, a film, an interview. And so let's just click on interview and decide we're going to do an interview today. Interviewee. This is the person who you're going to interview, and you'll start by just putting in that interviewee's name. That is the person who you are interviewing. So I'm going to say that that is going to be science teacher. And we're just going to call it that name. If you want to change it, you can add edit. If there are several people you're going to interview, you can add more names here. For example, that's also what you would edit if you have multiple sources on an article. Title of the interview, this is going to be, let's see, Science Fair story. So you're going to conduct a story about the science fair. Interviewer, this is the person who is conducting the interview. And this is going to be, I'm going to say a Da Vinci, I love how I spell, reporter. The year, let's just go right ahead and put in this year. Month. Science fair usually happens in January, so we're going to say it's January of this year, even though it's not. And the day, you can specify a specific day or you can leave it blank. If you come over here and say show all bibliography fields, it will open up more options. Recommended fields are always highlighted, but as you scroll down, you can find the publisher. So perhaps this was an interview that was broadcast on NPR that you're using for a source. You could fill in more and more of that information as you're scrolling down. And perhaps it's an interview that you accessed from a webcast. Then there's even more information you can add. The medium, this was going to be a live interview. You might use internet or something like that. URL. Anyway, all of these fields are really helpful. Once you complete that interview, you mark complete, and look right here, it moves right from to our master list and our current list. See, it automatically puts science teacher in order with the last name, teacher, science, the science fair story, and there's the date. That is the format. Here's the citation you would use, and that's the format that you would use if this is in APA. Bibliography entry, teacher, comma S period. That's just what an APA style looks like. Now, if we were to say I'm going to put my interview notes in this document, then it's kind of cool because I can then insert a citation, and that will open up my idea of sources, and I can click right there, and that is the last name of the science teacher and the year, just like you need in APA. Suppose we want to change it to MLA. We come up here, change to MLA as you're looking down, and automatically it has already changed inside the source. If we look for, I might have just deleted that, just a second. All right, so if we want to look for MLA, we'll come down here, click MLA, and then we can even go through managing our sources and look again at what does MLA look like. You'll see MLA has teacher, science, and then here's the title of the interview, science fair story. Here's the interviewer, the Da Vinci reporter, and that it was a live interview. So that's kind of cool. That's how you would do an MLA citation. Now, one of the cool things about this, well, there are lots of things. One thing is if we go in here and we want to edit the story, there is an option that we can add notes about this source. So we could scroll down here. Again, I'm in editing my source, and I can find short titles, and under comments, I can say this is an interview for the school newspaper. And that won't print up, but it'll stay in my sources all the time, which is kind of amazing. This source exists in your master list. Do you want to update both lists with these changes? I'm going to say yes, because then those notes will be there all the time. Now I can move this out of my current list and just keep these in my master list as I add more sources. It will create a longer master list, and then I can pop them back and forth into whatever I'm using in this particular document. A good thing about using Word is it retains all of this information and will automatically give you a bibliography. So let's say I'm going to go through and just do one on a website so we can see that things will change. I can still click Show All Bibliography Fields. The author for this website, I'm going to call it a corporate author, and let's pretend that this website is off of my, actually let's just go that it's Kraft Foods, because Kraft Foods is a corporate author. Typically I would have the actual name of the web page. I'm going to call it, let's see, is Jell-O a Kraft food option? I don't know. Let's call it Healthy Eating. And I'm just making this up. The name of the web page could be Healthy Eating. The name of the website could be Kraft Foods. I might be able to find the editor, I might not. If you search the site, you can usually find lots of things. Let's go ahead and call it 2015, and the month, let's just say it was in October, and 14th was the day that was done, but I accessed it. Let's just say I accessed it today, 2016. Oops, sorry. I just love it when I misdo it. Year access, 2016. The reason you want to be accurate on the year accessed is because the internet changes so frequently. A lot of times we can go back and find things. October 2016, let's say we did it on Halloween, and here I can put in the URL that it was. I'm going to make this up because I didn't look up Kraft Foods, but I'm assuming craftfoods.com, sure, why not? And I can say the date I accessed it. The internet changes so much that you want to have some of this information. As you scroll down, you can see other things. The medium, it's going to be electronic because it's off of the internet. And I'm just going to say okay, and look, there it is, Kraft Foods, Healthy Eating. That's how the citation is done in MLA. And it moved over to my master list, so I am in good shape. So suppose I want to finish this off, and I'll just close that window. This, as you saw that was highlighted, this shows that it is linked into the document to a database that's already running inside here. And that's basically what these sources function as, an entire database for you to use. Now here's the cool thing. When you're ready and you have finished everything and you want to create your bibliography, all you have to do is click Bibliography. It will do a built-in citation here under Works Cited or References or Bibliography. In MLA we say Works Cited, but in APA it is a reference list, and I want to change this to APA so you can see how that looks. APA, there they are, Kraft Foods, and teacher S for our science teacher. It will automatically, once again, if we look at this, you'll see that this is all changed. It will automatically put them in alphabetical order, and it will have, here's the hanging indent. So it's already formatted the way it needs to be. The only things that are wrong with this formatting, in fact, is that it is not in Times New Roman and double-spaced, but super easy for you to do. I'll have another video about how to set up your page for formatting. Really easy. All you'll have to do is go back and to your Home tab and change the formatting to be in Times New Roman and double-spaced. 12-point font, but easy way to track references and citations, and this will stay with this document regardless of where you transfer it. And all the times that it's the easiest source to keep track, or easiest method I've noticed to keep track of your sources. So I highly recommend you do this all the time. Thank you, and tune in later for even more awesome, homemade word videos. Adios.